Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, Arithmetic Progression. What is arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers. Okay, arithmetic progression is a sequence. Then, what is a sequence? Sequence is arrangement of objects or numbers in a particular order. That means if numbers or objects are arranged in a certain order, a sequence can be formed. There are a lot of examples in our surroundings for sequences. In this picture itself, you can see the growth of the plant is in a sequential order. This is the best example of sequence in our nature. Now we are going to study about number sequences. Okay, what are number sequences? Number sequence is a set of numbers arranged in a specific order. If a group of numbers are arranged in a particular order, a sequence can be formed. Sequences are formed based on a certain rule. When we arrange the numbers in a certain order, we have to strictly follow some rule. The rule of the sequence must be clear. So, number sequence is a set of numbers arranged in a specific order. Moreover, sequences are formed based on a certain rule. Okay. Let us see some examples of sequences. Sequences are very familiar to us. Number sequences are very familiar to us from the lower classes itself, from where we study multiplication table, skip counting, etc. Here are some examples of sequences. 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. 1, 8, 27, 64, etc. And the fourth example is 10, 8, 6, 4, etc. These are all examples of number sequences. Now let us see how these sequences are formed, or what are the rules behind each of these sequences. As I told you, sequence is a group of numbers or arrangement of numbers based on a certain rule. Let us see which are the rules behind these sequences. Okay? See here. What are the rules of all these sequences? Take the first example. 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. What is the rule here? Add 5 to get the next term. So the first number in the sequence is 5. To get the next number, we should add a 5 to it. To get the third number, again add 5 to the second number. To get the fourth number, add 5 to the third number. So, add 5 to get the next term is a rule. So, 5 is the first number. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20, etc. The sequence goes. So, if the rule is clear to us, we will be able to write the next terms of the sequence, next numbers in the sequence. What will be the next number? It will be certainly 25, 30, etc. because the rule is clear to us. See the second sequence 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. Here we are not adding a particular number. What is the rule here? These are the squares of natural numbers. So 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, etc. So what will be the next number? It will be certainly 5 square 25, 6 square 36, and so on. So here the rule is square of natural numbers. And see how the third sequence is formed. What's the rule here? The rule is these are prime numbers. So 2, 3, 5, 7. What's the next prime number? Certainly it is 11. Okay. So the rule here is set of or the group of prime numbers. See the fourth example, fourth sequence. 10, 8, 6, 4, etc. What's the rule? Subtract 2 from each term. Okay. So 10 is the first number. Subtracting 2, 8. Subtracting 2, 6. Subtracting 2, 4. That is 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Then what will be next term? 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0, etc. It will go. Subtract 2 from each of the number. That's the rule of the fourth sequence. And the fifth sequence is 7, 7, 7, 7, etc. What is the rule here? Add 0 to each term. 7 plus 0, 7. Again 7 plus 0, 7, etc. It goes. So each of these sequences have or a particular rule. So sequences are numbers arranged in a particular order, in a certain order, based on a clear or based on a specific rule. I think rule is clear to you now. Okay. Next, what is a term? Just before I mentioned add 5 to the first term, 5 to the second term, to the third term, etc. I mentioned. What is term? Term is each element of a sequence is called a term. What is an element? In the sequence 3, 5, 7, 9, 3, 5, 7 and 9 are all elements of the sequence. The first element is 3, second element is 5, third one is 7, fourth one is 9. They are called a term. So 3, the first element 3 is called first term, 5 is the second term, 7 is the third term and 9 is the fourth term. Each element of a sequence is called a term. Okay, first element can be represented as A1, first term. Second element can be represented as A2, second term. Third element can be represented as A3. Fourth element can be represented as A4, etc. So, each element of a sequence is called a term. Actually, term indicates the position or a rank of the number, rank of each number in the sequence. So here 3 is in the first position, 5 in the second position, 7 third position, 9 fourth position and so on. So each element of a term is called a, each element of a sequence is called a term. Okay. The next thing to be understood, next thing in this chapter is types of sequences. There are different types of sequences. First one is arithmetic sequence, then geometric sequence, harmonic sequence and Fibonacci sequence. Now in 10th standard, we are going to study or we are going to focus only in arithmetic sequences. The remaining 3 will be studied in the higher classes. What is an arithmetic sequence? Arithmetic sequence is also called a arithmetic progression. Certainly these are numbers arranged in a particular order. I am going to tell you the rule behind each of the sequences and you will be able to tell me which are arithmetic progressions among the sequences. Arithmetic progression certainly is a sequence. Let us see how is it formed. For that, let us find the difference of the two consecutive terms of the sequence. Means 10 minus 5. It is not 5 minus 10. We have to take second term minus first term. 10 minus 5 is 5. 15 minus 10 is 5. 20 minus 15 is 5. Here, the difference between each of the consecutive terms is a fixed number, is constant, is same number, that is 5. Next example, 4 minus 1, not 1 minus 4, it is 4 minus 1, 3. 9 minus 4, 5. 16 minus 9, 7. So here the difference between the consecutive terms, second term minus first term is 3. Third term minus second term is 5. Fourth term minus third term is 7. So here the differences are not equal. And the third example, 8 minus 10 is minus 2. 6 minus 8 is minus 2. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Here the differences are common, differences are same, it is minus 2. Fourth example, 7 minus 7 is 0, 7 minus 7 is 0, etc. Here also the differences are same. In the last example, 3 minus 2 is 1, 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 2 is 2. Here the differences are not equal. Here the first difference is 1, then 2 comes, but 3 differences are not same. In example 1, example 3 and example 4, what is special? What is something common in these three examples? These three sequences have a common difference. The difference between the consecutive terms of the sequences are equal. Here all the differences are 5. Here all the differences are 2. Here the differences are 0. So these three sequences have a common difference. That common difference is normally denoted by D. So these three are arithmetic progression. So can you tell me what is an arithmetic progression? I told you it is an arithmetic progression. First one is an arithmetic progression because the difference of the consecutive terms is 5. Third one is an arithmetic progression. Difference of each of the consecutive terms is -2. Third one is an arithmetic progression because difference of the each of the consecutive terms is 0. So first sequence, third sequence and fourth sequence form an arithmetic progression, whereas second is not an arithmetic progression and fifth sequence is also not an arithmetic progression. So how can we define an arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers in which the difference between the consecutive terms are equal. What is an arithmetic progression? Is a sequence of numbers in which the difference between the consecutive terms are equal. Okay? Let's see the definition. Arithmetic progression is a sequence in which the difference between the consecutive terms, remember, consecutive terms are equal. The difference between the consecutive terms are also called a common difference, which is denoted by D. Okay. In the previous case, 5 was one common difference, D was 5, D was -2 and D was 0. The common difference or the differences can be either a positive number, it is positive, okay, not BE. The differences can be either a positive number, or the common difference can be a negative number, or the common difference can be 0, or it can be a decimal, or it can be a fraction, whatever it is. The differences must be equal. The differences must be same, or it must be a constant. So arithmetic progression is a sequence in which the difference between the consecutive terms are equal. Okay. See examples of arithmetic progression. Which are the three examples are mentioned here. First one is 40, 45, 50 and 55. Why it is an AP? Because 45 minus 40 is 5, 50 minus 45 is 5 and 55 minus 50 is 5. The differences between each of the consecutive terms means second term minus first term equal to third term minus second term equal to fourth term minus third term, which is equal to 5. Okay. Exactly, here it is a positive number. So the second example, 70 minus 80 is minus 10. It is not minus 20, it is minus 10. 60 minus 70 is minus 10 and 50 minus 60 is also minus 10. So here the difference is equal, it is minus 10. Here the difference is a common difference is negative number. The third example, 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 9 is 0. So here also differences are equal, that is 0. So these three are examples of arithmetic progression. Since the difference in each of the sequences, difference of consecutive terms in each of the sequences are equal. Okay. Now let us discuss about finite AP and infinite AP. Finite AP, from the name itself it is understood. Finite AP will have limited number of terms. Okay, the number of terms in finite AP is limited. See, the first AP is an example of finite AP. Here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This AP has 5 terms. So by the fifth term, The AP is finished. It is not at all extending. Means here the first term of the AP is 5, last term of the AP is 25. It is a finite AP. At the same time, what is infinite AP? Second one is an example of infinite AP. Why it is an infinite AP? It is infinite. It is not ending. It is endless. Number of terms is limited. It has limited, number of terms is unlimited. Number of terms are unlimited. If infinite AP has unlimited number of terms. Here the first term is 5, but the last term is not possible to find out. It is infinite. So finite AP and infinite AP. Finite AP has limited number of terms, whereas infinite AP has unlimited number of terms. Keep in mind. And let us be familiarized with some of the important notations in AP. Some of them we already discussed. What is A? First term of an AP or first term in an AP is called or is denoted by small letter A. And common difference, as I told you, arithmetic progression is a sequence in which difference between the consecutive terms are equal. That common difference between the consecutive terms is called, it is common difference, which is denoted by D. And N, small letter n indicates total number of terms of the AP. For example, 5, 10, 15 is an AP. So number of terms there is 3. We have to count the number of terms, and that is denoted by n. N, total number of terms. Here L or AN means the last term of an AP. The last term is suppose 246. 246 is an AP. Okay, here only 3 terms. What is the last term here? 6 is the last term. What is number of terms? 3 is the number of terms. So, last term can be represented by L. Here, L equal to 6. Or it can also be represented as AN. AN equal to 6. Okay. So, first term is denoted by the letter A. Common difference is denoted by D. Total number of terms of the AP is represented by N. And the last term of the AP is represented by L or AN. Okay. Please remember that also. Write A, D, N and L of the following AP. What are all these things? We already discussed. A means first term, D means common difference, N is the number of terms and L is the last term. In this AP 10, 18, 26, 32, what type of AP it is? It is a finite AP. It has limited number of terms. So certainly we will be able to write the first term, last term and everything. What is the first term of the AP? 10. So A equal to 10, first term. What is D? Common difference. 18 minus 10, 26 minus 18 or 32 minus 16. Common difference is 8. Okay, 18 minus 10 or it can be 26 minus 18, whatever it is. And N, number of terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms. So N equal to 4. And what is L? L is the last term of the AP. L equal to 32. So in this finite AP, first term is 10, A is 10, common difference is 8, number of terms N is 4 and last term L is 32. Okay. See another example. What about in the case of infinite AP? In the case of infinite AP, whether we are able to write the first term? Certainly. The first term is 8. Is it possible to write the common difference? Sure. 12 minus 8 is 4. 16 minus 12 is 4. Or 20 minus 16 is 4. All the differences of the consecutive terms are equal. So common difference is 4. What is N? N means total number of terms. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we count it? No, it's not possible to count the total number of terms. So, number of terms is infinite. Or we can say this AP has n terms. That also we can say. n is an unknown number. We doesn't know which is how many terms are there. So is number of terms is infinite, or we can say there are n terms in the AP. And what about L? L is the last term. What is the last term of the AP? That also infinite. We doesn't know what is the last term of this AP. It's not possible to find out. Okay. And forming an AP. How an AP can be formed? How an arithmetic progression can be formed? Arithmetic progression. AP means arithmetic progression. So I will be using the term AP frequently. Okay. Forming an arithmetic progression. See, if we know the first term and common difference, if you know the first term and common difference, we can form an AP. Suppose first term of an AP is given as 7 and common difference is given as 3. Can you form an AP? How is it possible? An AP certainly start with the first term 7. And how to write the next term? Second term of the AP is first term plus common difference, that is 7 plus 3 is 10. And third term is second term plus common difference, that is 10 plus 3 13. Fourth term is third term plus common difference, that is equal to 16. So if we get the first term and common difference, an AP can be formed. How? Write first term, add common difference to it, then add common difference to the second term. That means the process will be continued. And general form of an AP. General form of an AP. Take the example. It's a finite AP. AP 10, 15, 20, 25. Here, first term is A1. First term of the AP is represented as A1. That is A1 equal to 10. Second term of the AP is mentioned as A2. A2 is 15. Third term of the AP is mentioned as A3, which is 20. Fourth term of the AP is mentioned as A4, which is 25. Here, the AP has 4 terms. How many terms in this AP? It has 4 terms, and hence fourth term is the last term. Fourth term means A4 is the last term. It's very simple. If an AP has 4 terms, fourth term will be the last term. That is understood very clearly. Second one, AP 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Here A1 is 14. Second term A2 is represented by A2 21. Third term represented by A3 28. Fourth term A4 35. Fifth term A5 42. Here AP has 5 terms and the fifth term is the last term. Fifth term A5 is the last term. Okay, this A1, A2, A3, A4, here A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 are the general usage of an AP. Okay, means A1 is first term, A2 is second term, A3 is third term, and so on we will be mentioning. If it is so, in the case of finite AP, we are able to write first term, second term, last term and all. And what about here? This is a case of infinite AP. AP is 4, 6, 8, etc. Which is the last term? First term is 4, common difference is 2, but which is the last term of the AP? We can say here n terms are there. See, if there are 5 terms, fifth term will be the last term. If there are 6 terms, sixth term will be the last term. If there are 10 terms in an AP, 10th term will be the last term. But in this case, the terms of the AP is not mentioned. It is the infinite AP. So we can guess there will be n terms in the AP. So certainly nth term will be the last term. Okay. Since there are n number of terms, nth term will be last term. And the nth term, second term is represented as A2, third term is represented as A3, and certainly nth term will be represented as An. Nth term An will be the last term of the AP. Remember, In an infinite AP, we can say there are n number of terms and an will be the last term. In finite AP, we will be getting exact number of terms. N is 3, 4, 5, etc. And the last term will be also an exact number. But in the case of infinite AP, number of terms will be n. And if the number of terms is n, nth term will be nth term, that is an will be the last term. Please keep in mind. Now we are going to make a standard formula for finding the nth term of an AP. We are going to derive a formula for finding the nth term of an AP. Listen very carefully. As we discussed now, the first term of an AP is generally represented as A1. If the first term of an AP is noted as A, second term of the AP is written as A2. A2 will be, what will be A2 in the standard form? First term is A. In any term, how you will be getting the second term? For getting the second term, we have to add the common difference to the first term. If the first term is A, second term will be first term plus common difference, A plus common difference, that's A plus D. And third term of the AP, which is written as A3, will be second term plus common difference. Second term is A plus D, that plus common difference, so A plus 2D. And fourth term of the AP written as A4. How to get the fourth term? Third term plus common difference. Third term is A plus 2D, that plus common difference, so A plus 3D. And fifth term of the AP written as A5 is fourth term plus common difference. Fourth term is A plus 3D plus D is A plus 4D. So first term A1 is A, second term A2 is A plus D, third term A3 is A plus 2D, fourth term A4 is A plus 3D, and fifth term A5 is A plus 4D. Then what about the nth term An? First term is A1, second term is A2, third term is A3, and fourth term is represented by A4, and fifth term is represented by A5. Nth term can be represented as An, isn't it? So what is the nth term of an AP? Let us rewrite it once again in the next page. See. First term is A. Second term of the AP, A2 is A plus D. Third term, A3 is A plus 2D. Fourth term, A4 is A plus 3D. Fifth term, A5 is A plus 4D. And there is a relation between each of these expressions here. Start from this one. A5 is A plus 4D. How this 4 is obtained? 5 minus 1. Thus, A plus 5 minus 1 into D. And A4 is A plus 4 minus 1 into D, that is 3D. And A3 is A plus 3 minus 1 into D, that is 2D. And A2 is A plus D means A plus 1D, that is 2 minus 1 into D. And A1 is A plus 1 minus 1 into D, that means 0D, that means A only. So A1 is A, A2 is A plus 1D, A3 is A plus 2D, A4 is A plus 3D, A5 is A plus 4D, etc. A10 will be A plus 9D, A20 will be A plus 19D, etc. etc. What will be An? An will be A plus n minus 1 into D. If it is 5, it is 4. If it is 4, 4 minus 1, 3. If it is 3, 3 minus 1, 2. So if it is n, then n minus 1 into D. A plus n minus 1 into D. So nth term of an AP can be found using the formula An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Remember very well, nth term of an AP, An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. It is very, very important. And using the formula for finding the nth term, that is using the formula An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, we can find any term of an AP. See, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. That is nth term. Nth term an is a plus n minus 1 into d. So certainly fifth term a5 is a plus 5 minus 1 into d. That is a plus 4d. 10th term a10 is a plus 10 minus 1 into d. That is a plus 9d. So 50th term a50 is a plus 50 minus 1 into d. That is a plus 49d. 100th term a100 is a plus 100 minus 1 into d. That is a plus 99d. And so on. So it will be very easy for us to find out any term or any term of the AP using this formula. Okay, let us see examples of the same. See, find the 12th term of the AP. 9, 12, 15, 18, etc. In this AP we are given first, second, third and fourth terms only. We have to find the 12th term of the AP. 12th term is certainly represented as A12. A12 is equal to A plus 12 minus 1 into D. 12 minus 1 into D means, so 12th term of the AP equal to A plus 12 minus 1 into D, because how is that? An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Write it clearly. This is 1. Okay. An is A plus An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So here A12 equal to A12. An means nth term. So A12 means 12th term. So 12th term is A12. An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A12 is A plus 12 minus 1 into D. Here A is 9. A is 9. What is D? D is 12 minus 9 equal to 3. So A plus 12 minus 1 into D means A plus 12 minus 1 is 11. 11D. That's A is 9. 11 into D is 3. That's equal to, when you simplify, remember BODMAS rule. Please remember BODMAS rule. How is it? Why is it? So first you have to multiply 11 into 3. Never add 9 plus 11 first. So multiply first. So 9 plus 33. 9 plus 33 equal to 42. So 12th term of the AP, 9, 12, 15, 18, etc. is 42. Okay. Now these are some examples in the textbook that you have to do. Must do in the notebook. Write the first 4 terms of the AP. Write the first 4 terms of the AP when the first term A and common difference D are given as follows. These are given, so you must do it. For following AP, write first term and common difference. Very simple. Write each of the AP, write first term and write common difference. Which of the following are AP? Find the common difference D and write 3 more terms. Okay. And how can you check? How can you find out which among them are AP? Find the difference of each of the consecutive terms, 2 minus 4 minus 2, 8 minus 4, 16 minus 8, etc. If the differences are equal, it will be an AP. Like that, in each of the sequence, find the difference between the consecutive terms. If they are equal, it will be AP. And if you get any AP, write 3 more terms of the AP. How to get 3 more terms? Add the common difference to each of the terms. Please do it in the notebook. As an example, find the 10th term of an AP of the AP 279 12, etc. So we have done a similar example. Here A equal to 12, D equal to 5, that is 7 minus 2 or 12 minus 7, and N equal to 10. Find the 10th term of an AP. So an we have to find. An is a plus n minus 1 into d. 10th term we have to find. So a10 is a is 2. 2 plus 10 minus 1 into d. 2 plus 9 into d. That is 2 plus 9. 9 is, sorry, 9 into 5 is 45. D is 5. So it is equal to 47. So the main important points in the chapter arithmetic progression is explained here. Lot of concept, lot of ideas are delivered in this video. So I ask all of you to go through each of the video, each of the content, each point in the video very carefully and try to understand it. Certainly arithmetic progression is a very simple chapter. All the students must be able to score full mark from this chapter, but the only thing that you should do is make the idea very much thorough. All the concepts must be clear to you. A, D, N, A, N, everything must be clear. Okay, go through it very carefully. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.